getting out our tumbling tower blocks again, so I hope you have them also laying around and join me in this DIY. Our blocks are ready. We are going to make first our own little stand. We are going to take 3 blocks and we're just going to glue them together like this, just 3 on flat, because you also can turn them over, but I do them on the flat side, just you have to glue on the smaller one like this, and I have to squeeze it and remove the glue again like this. This is already the bottom of our stand. Now we are going to glue one side like this, and we are going to glue the other blocks against it like this, and I show it to you right now like this. It's very easy. We are going to get another block and we are going to glue this side, and we're going to place it against it like this, so we get a nice square. And now we gluing this side and a little small side of this one, and then we can place the other block in between like this. And now we already have our own little square. We made it in an earlier video also. I really love this kind of blocks. It gives a very steady base. And we are going to glue it on top of here like this and place it down. And you already have the small size of our base. We're going to make 3, a medium and a large. So like this is already the smaller one, and now with some music under it, you will see me making this one, the bigger one, the medium one and the large one, for everyone who enjoys to see it step by step again. They are already, all 3 of them are already, like I said, the smaller one, the medium and the large, and I am really loving how they turned out. But you say, what can we do with this? I have really no idea. But we're going to try. We are going to now to make tops for the little stand. For the top, we are going to try to make some snowman's head, and we are going to make, the first one is very easy, and I'm going to make it with you because it is again the same way like we made our small stand, so that's a very easy one. And the other one I will do a little bit fast forward with some music, so you can see it step by step like this. You have already your 3 blocks. We are going to do again the easy one, glue it together like this and squeeze this one a little bit backwards, so you have a straight line like this. Again over here, and it is the same like we did a while ago, just a couple of minutes ago, like this. And we are going to glue this on top of here, like this again. And we are going to glue it on top of here. And with a little imagination, you see already that it is a snowman's head. Because if you imagine that this will be black and we are going to do a little red velvet ribbon over it, and we are going to give it some greenery, and then we are going to get it fitting on top of this small stand. But of course we also need heads for the bigger one. So the medium I will do this way. It's very easy. We are going to glue 2 together. We need 4 of 2. This is 1. We are going to do the second one like this. And squeeze it and remove the glue. You see already my glue gun is already smoking. I don't know, he's doing that all the time. I don't know why he's doing it. Maybe the other glue guns also do it. I don't know, mine is always smoking. But he glues very great. So if you like this glue gun, you can buy him very cheap at the Lidl or Lidl, just how you call it. We have already 4 pieces right now, and we are going to, I need to remove that glue because or else I'm going wrong with gluing. I'm going to do 1 line this way, and we are going to glue this one also together like this. Squeeze it, and you see already we have 2, and we did it on this way. Now we're going to do glue on this way. And we're going to place it again against each other like this, and be sure that you have it in a right angle like this, or else the last one is not fitting anymore. So we are going to do it on top of this one and a little line over here, and I need some glue like this, a small line, and we can place the second one in between like this. Squeeze it and keep it in place. And now you already have your top of your head. And what we are going to do, we are going to make the bottom of the snowman's head, and that is also very easy. Do a little dot of glue this way, place this one against each other like this, and we're also going to make a square again. Glue this end, place this one against each other like this, and I have to be sure because I have some glue under my space like this. And now we need the last one, and it's also very easy. Just do the tops and a little drop over here, and then you can place also this one very easily inside like this. And now you already have your square. It's so easy to make, and you can make it very fast. So it's also nice to do with children or grandchildren. And now we're going to glue it on top of here. Of course, give some glue on the edges like this. And now you're going to place it in the middle, and I hope I have it in the middle. I have to look for that I don't have it the wrong way, like this. And now you already have a nice head, and of course we will do something with the top, but we have already the base of our first one and already the base of our smaller one. So we have a smaller, a medium. Now we only need the bigger one. For our large one, we are going to make the same bottom like we did with the medium size. And of course, this is, like I said, is very easy. Just do a little drop of glue over here. Just place it against each other. So we make the sides of our head like this. Do something on the top from this one. Place your blocks against each other like this. And now we only need the one in between, and you see already I am totally under the glue, but that's not not uncommon for me. That's very normal because like this, and do some glue over here, and I have to glue it this way, squeeze it and keep it in place for a little moment, and you have already your first bottom of your snowman's head. We are going to go again 4 blocks of 2, because the blocks have the sizes that you don't can build it out one more time to make a bigger one. So I'm going to go in the height, so I'm making it higher than the medium one. But of course, if you have the blocks with the same measurements, then you are great, because mine are not that measurement. So I added 3 of them, and now I need the other one. So we already have our first layer of our head. Again, we're going to place it against each other like this. Keep it in place for a little moment. And also the bottom, don't forget the bottom, that he is the same like this. I'm going to go this side, and we are going to glue this one like this. And now we only need the side from this one, and I hope he's fitting, because I see that I did go wrong a little bit sideways, so I hope he will fit in like this. So I have to help him for a little moment. And you see, this is already the first bottom. We are going to do again 4 pieces of 2. And I understand for people who don't like to see this step by step, just skip forward like I always say, because you are so free to do. Of course, I do hope you don't, and that you enjoy seeing how I make this experiment, because I am doing it the way that I think it's in my head. So I have no idea if it will look okay or not, but we will get it at the end. So like this. And again, you always have something that you never saw before, because it's always a little bit strange like this. And we are going to glue this one and against each other. I have to get it right, and I let it dry. And now we need the top and a small line over here, and the last one we're going to get placed in between like this. And now I have to squeeze it and remove the glue. And now I hope that they both are fitting. You see, now we have 2 of them, and now I'm going to glue them on top of each other, and I hope that they are the same size. Of course, they will be the same size, but that I did glue them right, or else you will see it. Maybe this is better to get it straight on top of each other, like this. And I have to squeeze it. And now we're going to glue it on the bottom. And of course I do a little bit more glue. And I try to get it even. And now we have 3 different sizes of heads, and of course it looks very strange right now, but at the end I hope it will look like three snowman's heads. So I am going to go find something for the tops. For the tops of our snowman's head, we are going to take just a piece of old cardboard, And I take a little bit of the thinner one. You can see already he is very thin because I only need to, a little layer on top of here. Just like this, I'm going to measure out, cut it out and make squares for on top of each head. I have already for all three of them the little top for on here. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do some glue on the blocks around it like this, and just place your cardboard on top of here and remove the glue which is popping out because we don't want that. And so you see you already have a nice ending of your snowman's head, at least what's supposed to be look like in a snowman's head. So like this, glue it, and we are going to do the last one, the middle one, and like this, and again place it on top. And now we are almost ready to paint. Of course we are going to paint all three of them in the black color. We are going to do the stand in the furniture wax, at least I am doing in the furniture wax. You can do and the color you like, because do whatever is fitting for your decor. So I'm going to do this in the black, and I'm going to take for the bigger stand, I'm going to take two little children's blocks I always have also laying around. I am going to glue two on top of each other like this, but you also can make a piece of cardboard and just we are going to use later to make a little tag out of it. So like this, squeeze it, and I remove the glue, and now we have a nice little tag for on top of our stand. I have to show it to you this way a little bit higher later, and here we do some text on top of it, but first we're going to do everything in the furniture wax and paint. I turned over my placemat, and I'm going to like I said, take the black, but I am going to use the school board black paint because I like the matte finish always. But if you are here already for a long time, you know I really love the color of this black. So I'm going to paint all three of them in the black color, but I won't bore you with that. So we will do it a little bit faster like than this. The heads are already in the black schoolboard paint, and now I'm going to take my cheap brand of furniture wax. I use it already for a long time, and you do so long with one of your jars. So I'm going to do this in the furniture wax, all three of them, and the tag also this piece, but I don't do the back side of this one because or else it doesn't glue on top of our stand anymore. So, and you see I like the rustic look it gives when you do some furniture wax on top of here. So like this. So I will finish all three of them. In the meantime, while our snowman's heads are still drying, we are going to take this little tag. What I'm going to do, I always have laying around in my home this kind of letters. So I'm going to try to make a let it snow on top of here. So I will do my best to get it as even as I can, but I think you already know how stickers work. So I'm going to do this out of camera, and I'm going to try to, or else it will take so long for you. So I will let it snow, but you can do any text you like, but I will do let it snow. You see already our little tag is finished, and I know you see it backwards, so it really says let it snow, but in the end reveal you see the right way because it's just my telephone. I have my three heads and they are dried up right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of velvet ribbon and I'm going to go around the head, and I'm going to do it down on the end of our head, and I'm going to make one line of velvet ribbon on top of here. I placed you in a little bit different position because I want to show you one of the heads I will decorate with some greenery, the other ones also, but I will do that out of camera. What I did, I cut out pieces of boxwood. This is just a big garland, and I just rip everything off like this. You just pull it off and you always can make it shorter and longer the way you like it. And I have some greenery, a little bit like Christmas greenery. This is from a tree. I don't know the name in English for this pineapple tree, maybe, if I am correct. At least did cut out 2 little pieces of the tree, and of course this one also I made a little bit shorter. What I'm going to do, I have to look with the back side. I am going to give some glue on the back side of this greenery. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place it a little bit sideways. I show you in a moment, don't worry, like this, and I keep it in place for a little moment. So a little bit this way up, and I'm going to do the other one down like this. It is very easy. I always love a little bit of greenery because it gives your display a nice look, like this, and I squeeze it until it is dried up. And now we're going to place over the back side. We are going to do on the tips a little bit of glue, not too much, like this. And I'm going to do one over the other like this. Just place it over inside of here and keep it in place for a second. I hope you can see it. And I wait until this dry. That's really important. Wait until it is dry, because if you let it go too soon, then your piece is falling apart, and that's not what you may want. Again, the little smaller one also, so you have 2 of each. And of course you can go as crazy as you like, but I like a little bit more the neutral, and place it in between, and also again squeeze it in the middle. And in a moment I show it to you a little bit better like this, but also I have to wait also for when it's dried up. And you can do some berries in between, some red berries. I like a little bit of the neutral touch, so I don't do that. So you see, and now he is, I really love my snowman hat. Easy, simple, but I am loving it. So I will do the other. You see, I did go later for the berries because I was missing a little bit of the coloring red. So I just did 2 little berries on top of here. So, and I think he is really nice right now. What I'm going to do, of course, we are going to place them on their stands. And we still need to glue the tag, and I do the tag on the little bit sideways on the bigger one. So that's very easy to do. So go it a little bit sideways. I have to get my glue gun, of course, and I will place them a little bit over here, so I don't do some glue on top of them. So I will do a drop of glue like this. And I hope it sticks, because this one is in the furniture wax, the back side not, but most of the time you always have to be very careful if it stays in place or not. So I have to get away with it. So like this. Now we already have our stand, and on this stand is coming the bigger head like this. So we are going to get this one on top of here. I have to make sure that and what I'm going to do, because you see already the underside, he is perfectly fitting inside of here, so I can do some glue on top of here and then glue it together. So I will do glue on this top, like here, and I'm going to go some glue inside, like here, so I am sure that it stays in place. So at least we hope it stays stays in place. So I have to be very sure that he will gluing okay. So I will do the rest and then I show you. DIY, we need a couple of tumbling tile blocks, we need our glue gun, and we need our wax and our paint, of course paint at your choice. I just use this one, but you can use any color you like. What we're going to try to make, we're going to make 2 bottles, but I'm going to try to make them look so real as I can. It will be probably a vinegar bottle and an oil bottle, just you can use in your kitchen for your decor. So we will see how this will turn out. So we are going to start with the base of our bottle, and what we're going to do, we are going to make a square, and we are going to make a square first from a row of 3 like this. This is a 1 and this will be number 2. So you glue on the sides of your blocks like this, and of course try to get them as even as you can. This is already 1, so we are going to make 4 pieces of 3 like this. This is number 2, and I made bottles before, but I made them for the Halloween season and they didn't turn out the way I thought they would be. So I'm going to give it another try, but now I'm going to try to get them a little bit more real. But I don't know if I will succeed or not. That's you can leave a comment down below what you think of them. And of course this one you can use for any season. I'm going to try to probably do them for some vinegar and oil, but of course you can use them for anything. I will make of course also a little print for on top of our bottle, so you will see that also in a moment, and you can get the print also in our free printables, but that is later. First I'm going to try to get the bottle as real as I can. You see already this base we are made a couple of times earlier, so everyone who is here already a little bit longer knows already the base we are going to make. And of course I have to remove the glue like this. Now I'm going to, whoop. Now I'm going to give this side some glue, and I'm going to place this one against it like this. And try to get it as much in the square as you can, like this. And now we're going to do some glue on the sides, like here, and we're going to place this one against it like this, and keep it in place for a little moment. And now we only need this part, and you will see here is totally fitting. A lot of you who already been here for a long time knows that one time it does fit, the other time it doesn't, because blocks are always different in shapes. So we're going to do some glue on this side and on the side on this, like here. And now we're going to place this one in between over here, and of course most of the time you have to work a little bit with it and then keep it in place for a couple of seconds, because glue from your glue gun is drying always very fast. And you see we already have our first square, and I'm going to make 4 of them. So but I will do that a little bit faster. Our 4 blocks are ready, so we can build them on top of each other, but we will do that in a moment. So I place them over here. What we're going to do, we're going to take again, and now we are going to make not rows of 3, but we are going to make rows of 2, because we need a little, at least what I hope it will accomplish, that it looks more like a bottle with a neck. So I'm going to now do 4 of 2, and of course this one is also very easy to make, and this is already 2 pieces. And now we are going to do the third one like this, and this is already number 3, and now number 2, and we are going to make also a little square like this. And again, place some glue on the sides and place this one against the other one, the same like we did with our 3-piece, like this. Only way we are going to get now a smaller square like this, and I have to be sure that I have it on the right spot or else it doesn't fit. And I have to remove the glue and some over here on the lines like here, and I can show it to you this way a little bit better. And now he's totally fitting inside of here, and we have our own little square. And if I am correct, then he will be falling inside just the way I did with my windmill I made with tumbling tile blocks. And you see he's fitting inside of here, so he gets a little bit more like a neck like this. And we are going to make, I think, 2 of them, but I have to be sure. So you see we have 1 of 4 pieces on top of each other like this, and we get 1, so we need another one. And I will make this a little bit faster. Now we do the total of the top of our bottle. At least it has to look like a bottle. We will never, you will never know how things will turn out like this. This is already 1, and now we're going to do the second one on top of here and keep it in place for a little moment, and then the last like on the sides. And this is already our square, the smallest one. And now we are going to build it together, and we will see how much of the bigger squares we need to make a nice high bottle. And then we're going to finish it up with a real piece of a real bottle. Now from the bigger blocks, I'm going to glue 3 on top of each other, and I'm going to do that with some wood glue. So I do some wood glue on the tops of our like this. At least he's almost finished. I have already a new one, but I always say you have to make up what's still in the bottle because it's a waste of glue like this. And I'm going to place this one on top, and I have to be sure that I have him on the right spot. And I'm going to do some glue on this top. And I'm sorry it takes a little bit longer. Of course, maybe I can better do the next time when I do a DIY. I can better do some new bottle, because then you don't have to wait for me like this. And now I'm going to place this one also on top and let it dry for at least 1.5 hours. And of course I remove the glue also here and place it exactly on the spot I want to have it, so it's a nice square like this. And now you see already we are going to do also the ones of the 2 blocks we are going to glue together, like over here. And I'm going to place this one, of course, on top of here and let it dry also. And then we in a moment we are ready to glue everything together. So you see we have the under part, middle part and top part of our bottle. Of course it is a decorative bottle, because normally you could have to saw out a little corners to make it a round, but this one is just a square bottle. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 of the blocks, and I'm going to glue them inside like this, but halfway of the first block, this block like this, and I'm going to place it halfway. I have to show it to you. Whoa, here you are. Like this, and I'm going to do 2 of them, so this one can fall inside of this one like this way. So I'm just taking some glue like this, and I'm going to place it inside, and of course I'm trying to get it on the same length as the other one. And of course we are going to do the second one, and I'm going to do my best to get it on the same half that I have this way, of course, and I have to be sure that I have it on the same spot. I hope I have it in the same direction, but we will see. Like, and you see already, he is not on the same direction. Do you think? You see already, one is a little bit higher than the other one. So I have to make sure that I get this one off like this, and I have to remove the glue and do it again and making a little bit lower. You see, he's very easy to get the glue off, and I'm going to try to do it again and again until we have the right the right spot. And you see also with DIYing, everything can go wrong like this, and I have to place it a little bit lower like this. I have to be sure that I have it, and I try to look if I have. It still is too high. Of course I have to remove it again, because I want to have it on the right spot. So I'm going to take it off, and of course this one is a little bit harder to get off. I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, I got him. I got them inside. It was a little bit of a struggle. Maybe you have a tip or an idea for me how to get it here. Of course, I should have done it earlier before I did glue them together, but I did. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to do some glue on this side and on this side, and I'm going to glue it at the same like this, and I'm going to glue it. Now it looks wobbly because he is a little bit bigger, but if you glue it, he will stand up very straight. So that is not a problem, but we still have a smaller one. But before we're going to glue them also inside of the other one, I am going to take a plastic bottle like this, and I'm going to cut off with my knife the top like this under here. I'm going to cut off because I'm going to use this for on top of the little smaller piece to make it look like a real bottle. And here you see already on my hands we have the top of our bottle like this, and of course the lid, but he will be painted in the black color. But what we're going to do, I'm going to glue this on top of the one with the pieces we only have one block. So I'm going to do just some glue around the sides like this, and I'm going to place it in the middle like this, and just let it dry and make sure that the glue is working away, because that is not always a nice side to see. And like this, and you see now we have already the top of a little smaller bottle. So if you like smaller bottles and you like it to use in your tea tray, maybe you can also use something like this and just paint it in a color you like, and you already have for in your tea tray nice little bottles. Make some prints on top of here, and you already have your first bottle. But of course I'm going to do mine on top of this one, and I have to show it to you sideways like this. And now I'm going to glue this one inside, and this is the bigger bottle. We also make a smaller one. Now we have our first bottle finished. What I'm going to do, I leave this one because we didn't use this for the bigger bottle. But of course I'm also not going to use it for the smaller one, because what I'm going to do, later I'm going to use it. But first I'm going to make the same like we did by the first bottle. We did 3 blocks of 3, but now I'm going to do only 2 blocks of 3, so he will be much lower than the bigger bottle. Of course I showed to you this one a little bit, but I'm going to do the rest a little bit faster because you already know how to make your first bottle, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So we have our 2 of 2, and now we're going to make 2 of 2. It's just counting 2 of 2 or 2 or 3. So like this. This is already in number 1. I will place this aside, of course. You see already I am messing with my glue. I always do. I don't know why, but always when my camera is running, I have always one big mess on my table. And maybe you all have the same problem, but not everyone is of course filming it. But most of the time when my camera is running, it's always everything is falling down or something is stuck or something else. I don't know what it is, but every time again, like this. Now we're going to make again the smaller ones, like this. And again, we have to move it until we have a nice square, like this. Now we're going to do some glue on the sides, and we're going to place this one against this one. And with this kind of squares, it's just a base you use, but you can use it for any DIYs like this. You can use it for candle holders, you can use it for trucks, you can use it for anything. If you do this one, you can do it, like I said, you can do it in the 2-piece, you can do it in the 3, and everything in between. And it is really so easy to make. Everyone can do it. And this is already our first. And also our 2 pieces of 2 blocks is finished, and I also made one with 1 blocks, but I think you already know how to make this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build them again up on top of each other like this. And we are going to build the base so we have the same like we have with the other bottle, but a little bit smaller. While our pieces are drying from the wood glue, I take my spare square. It's a mouthful of words. At least I'm going to try to make a little planter out of it. We can place against our bottles like this, and I'm also making a little picture for it so you can get that also. Like I said, in our free printables, this will be the bottom, and the bottom will be on top of here. So it's very easy, just do some glue around the sides like here and like here. And we are going to place it in the middle like this. Squeeze it and press it down. And so we already have our own little planter, but of course I want to finish it off a little bit nicer than just the blocks. So I'm going to take 4 blocks. And then it looks a little bit nicer on top, I always say. I have to think, I'm going to do one on this side, on the tops. Just place this one against it, like this. And now we're going to do another block, and we do some glue on the tops again. We are going to place it against this one, like this. And also keep it in place for a little moment. And now, just with every square we make, this one is fitting also inside of here. So some glue over here and some glue over here. Oh, I see already it's a little piece of my wood broken off. I don't know how it's possible, but he did break, and he was already in the package this way, so I have to work with it that it doesn't look like a real hole. And you see, now we have a nice square. I'm going to remove the glue from the sides because or else it doesn't stuck very nicely on top of our planter. And so you get a nice border around it, and of course a little over here. And now I'm going to glue this on top of here so it gets a little bit smaller but also a little bit nicer to see on the sides. So and then for this one I'm going to use some wood glue. Then I'm sure that my border is staying on like this. Over here and over here. Very easy, and so you can make a couple of them for in your decor. And this one is also the size you can use in a tier tray. So of course I think I'm going to turn it over. It's better than now. I can better get it in the middle like this. You see already I have to go a little bit backwards like this. So, and now I'm going to let it dry for a little moment. Now our bottles and planter of course are in glue together. We are going to give them a color. I'm going to go for the lids with the the lids in the black color, and of course I'm going to do the top in the black color, and the rest I will do in some furniture wax, and then we're going to give it some label. And of course very easy, just the top, because the rest we will do in the furniture wax. But if you like white better, or maybe green or something else, just go ahead, do whatever you think is right. And of course don't forget the inside of this little corner, like here. You see, just the inside. You don't have to do it totally, but the little side over here, the inside. All the pieces we are painted in the black color are dried up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my furniture wax, or just you can use anything you like, and I'm going to give them a nice wax color like this, so it gives a nice rustic color before we are going to place a print on the front of our planter and our bottles, so it even looks more like a bottle, of course a decorative bottle. First, I'm sorry, I thought I showed you both of my bottles, but I didn't. Now you see, these are both of them. Of course, they are a little bit not totally like a bottle, but when we are finished, I really hope they are looking like a bottle. But you see already two of them and our planter. I'm going to take a piece of my kitchen towel and I'm going to wipe away the rest of my wax, so it is a very smooth piece before I go to do my print and my rope around it. But first I'm going to wipe everything off until this clean. First thing what we're going to do to decorate our bottle is some twine, and I'm going to do it between the first layer and the second layer. So I'm just going to do a little dot of glue over here, and I'm laying a little bit of the smaller twine in between like here, and let it dry for a little moment until it is stuck, so we can easily turn the twine around like this. And of course it's still not totally dry, so I'm going to do it very easily just around the corners, and keep it as low first as you can, like this. Oh, you see already he was not totally dried up. Of course I have to wait a little bit longer, and I'm going to turn it over again like this and like this, and then we go make some rows above like this, and just turn a couple of times around. I will do that the rest out of camera, and then when I'm almost there, then I'll show you the next. Now I'm almost at the place where I want to be. I'm just going to cut it just do a little glue on the side and just lay my twine inside of here. And of course, that's a nice way to work or finish it off. And now we are going to go one higher, and we are going to do it on this side. So again, a little dot of glue, and we are going to lay our twine inside of here. But you also can use a piece of a ribbon, maybe black and white ribbon, or maybe something for the spring season. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to make sure that it is stuck, and then I'm going to go again around the sides and again turning and turning to the height I want to have it. And this is my height, but you can choose any height of you want, like this. I could do the rest, and when we are almost here, then I show it to you again. I'm halfway, and I'm going to cut it off like this, a little dot of glue around the lines, and place your twine in between and just push it until it is dried up. Of course, remove your glue immediately. And now we already need to do the top, because I want to also have it around my lid. Of course, the lid is over here, and I'm going to go to give a more of an accent to our lid, because he's now totally black, so it's a little bit hard to see. I'm going to lay it in here, let it dry for a second, and then we're going to turn it again. So all our bottles are finished with our twine, and what we're going to do right now, we are going to make 2 tags for on this bottle and 2 tags for on the other, and for, of course, for our planter. And I made them on my computer, so I already finished them off. And you can get them, of course, like I told you earlier, for free in our free printables if you want to use it. 1 for vinegar and 1 for olive oil, and of course 1 with plants. I'm going to cut them out, and we're going to do 2 on each of our bottles, and of course our plant holder, planter. I did cut out all the pieces I need. I'm going to use, for the bigger one, I'm going to use the olive oil, and of course I have to show which side I want to have them on, and I think I'm going for this side. And of course I do 1 on this side, and of course 1 on the other side. I have my Mod Podge. I use a very this brand most of the time, but you can use some school glue, just what you have laying around. Of course, I lay it on a piece of kitchen towel like this. Just do everything in the Mod Podge, but everyone knows already, I think, how to Mod Podge. So don't mind what I'm doing. Just do whatever you think you always do. It's always the best. And I'm going to place it in the middle like this. And try to make no marks on the front of my picture, because I want to leave it in a matte finish way. So I have to maybe turn it a bit like this. So this is already 1. I will do all the rest of our pictures. The bottles are already a little bit big to show you in one piece in the camera. You see, we did olive oil already, and the vinegar here, and of course our plants. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a very easy bow. Just take a piece of twine, and I'm just going to do it 3 times double like this, and I'm just going to make a little bow, just the way you tie your shoes, like this. And I'm just going to pull it out, pull this one down and this one. Make sure that you have it in the right spot like this, and just cut it off. And now you already have a nice easy bow, because I was missing something, and I'm going to glue it. I have to show it to you. I will glue it over here, but a little bit sideways. But before I'm going to do that, the bow, I have some little tags like that. I have a green and a white one like this, the white color, and I'm going to write Friends on the white color and I'm going to glue the green one behind it. So I show you that in a moment. This is better than I explained it to you in English. You see a green one and a white one. And like as you see, I did the word friends, but you can do any word you like. But of course you see it backwards. Don't worry, this is just my telephone. In a moment you see the right way. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the little openings on top of each other, but I am moving them a little bit like this, so you get a piece of the green and a piece of the white card. So before we're going to do some twine around it. Before I'm going to do my cards on top of our bottle, I'm going to take a little bit of my furniture wax, a little piece of kitchen towel, and I'm just wipe it off the most, because I want to give the text a little bit more rustic look. So I'm going to go around the sides like this to give it a little bit more like an old feeling, like it is a little bit more worn out. So it is very easy to do. Just go over it with your brush, and one place a little bit more than others, and like this, and you already get the look what we want. Of course we have to try also this piece, because or else we don't have the top of our white card. And of course we have to go inside like here, and now we have the totally of the whole card like this. And you see now he looks a little bit more older, and I think he looks better with our bottles right now. I will do the second one also, and then I'm going to glue them together. And now I took my tag and I fold the top a little bit like this, so he can hang on top of here. So I'm going to do some glue on the back side of my tag like this, and I'm going to hang it on this side. And of course I keep it in place for a little moment. I show it to you right now. You see, this is how he's looking like right now. And I'm going to take my little bow, do some glue on the back side, and I'm going to, I have to look where, of course, I have to glue it like this. And now you see already our bottle is almost finished. I will do the rest of them, and right now you see how everything is turned. See the main things we need for this DIY, and you only see my tumbling tower blocks again. So we are going to do again from tumbling tower blocks. We are going to make, like I said earlier, our Santa upside down inside of a chimney. So we will see how this will turn out. For our chimney we are going to make first a row of 6 blocks, because we are going to make the chimney, and I'm going to first make the chimney the wall around it. So, and that will be 6 blocks on each side. So like this, 6, and I'm going to glue them together like this. It is so easy to make, but at least I think it's easy to make, because I saw a chimney with the center upside down, but he is made from cardboard. But I couldn't find one which is made from tumbling tower blocks. So this is again an experiment. We're just going to try. I don't know if it will work out or not, but we will see. Like this. Then we already have our first wall. And don't mind my voice, because like you know, I have a little bit of flu. So it will go at the end. I hope everything will go better. But for now, sorry, don't, I hope it doesn't disturb you. So you see, we just have a 1 row of 6, and now we're going to make 3 rows more, because we are going to need 4 sides of our wall, like this. And I will do the rest with some music, so you don't have to wait too long for that. we are going to do the last block of our last piece of wall like this. This is number 4, and you see now we have 4 pieces of our wall. And remove your glue, because later it's very difficult to get with it. So, and when you paint it, you just can see all the glue spots. So try to get it as much as you can of your piece. You see here, now we already have 4 walls, and we're just going to glue it together like this. So I'm going to do some glue over here, and I'm going to place it in between like this. Keep it in place for a little moment like this. Now we're going to place this one against this side, over here, and again try to get it as even as you can, then it's fitting better like this. And now we're going to need on this side, and of course a little piece on the sideline like this. And now we're going to place this one in between, over here, this one over here, and now we're going to place this one over here. And of course we have to work a little bit with it, but keep it in place. And now you have your own little square like this. Again, remove your glue, because my glue did go out a little bit like this. Now we have the walls of our chimney. What we're going to do, we're going to make a bottom, because we don't want that center is falling down totally inside of the chimney. So we are going to use again 6 blocks in a row like this. We're just going to glue 6 on top of each other like this. I try to do it as fast as I can, but always when the camera is running and you just try to do it fast as you can, most of the time everything goes wrong. So bear with me. And it's always, a lot of you who is here already for a long time and knows that it is always a little bit of chaos and strange DIYs with me. So bear with me. This is the last block for our bottom, at least 1 piece of our bottom. Now we're going to do the second half, the second half of our bottom like this. And now we're going to do block number 3. Squeeze it and place it down, and a number 4 and number 5, and the last will be in number 6. So you have 2 rows of 6 blocks like this. Try to get them as even as you can. Now we're going to glue the side of the blocks like this, and you are going to squeeze them and press them down like this. I have to press also to get a flat bottom. You see, now we already have 6 in a row and 2 rows together, and we have our bottom. What we're going to do, if you're going to look, we are going to glue it on top of here. And if you see, he's not totally fitting, but I like that, because if you turn it over, then you don't see the bottom. So we are going to do 1 glue like this, very neatly on the sides. And I see already I need some glue again. That's what I mean, always when I do it in a hurry, like this. And we are going to do 1 line over here and 1 line this way. And then we're going to place it upside down on our block like this. Move it a little bit the way you want to have it, like this. And now you already have your bottom inside of your chimney, but you don't see it if you have it turn it over like this. Now we already have a little basket. Now we need the sides around our chimney. For the side around our chimney, we are going to use a couple of blocks. And of course, we are going to do on the top, we do some glue, lay them down and squeeze them together like this. And now you already have one piece. And again, remove your glue. I can't say it enough. And I don't say it enough. Maybe you can even hear it anymore. But I'm going to do my best. What I'm going to do, I'm going to glue this one against each other also. Like this. On the top. Squeeze it. Like this. And we are going to make another one. We are going to make 4 of 2 blocks. But then on the top side you glue. Like this. The last one and this one. Now we wait until it is dried up because we don't want that he's falling apart. And I see already I have a little bit of glue on the side and on my finger and, and everywhere, but you know me. Of course we are going to do this way. We're going to do it this way and we're going to do it this way. So we make again a nice square like this. Place it down. Move it against each other like this. Keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. Now we're going to do on this top a little bit of glue. Again, lay it down like this. Squeeze it. Like this. And now we're going to do one on this top like here, and we're going to do on this side a little dot like this, you see, just like this. Oh, over here, and this, just going to place it inside and place it against the other one and squeeze it again and keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. And now you already have your own nice square just from 8 little blocks. And if I am correctly, I hope he's fitting on top of here, and he really is. So what we're going to do, we are going to do some glue on the side of our chimney. At least I call it a chimney. You also can call it a box. It even looks like a box. But later on, I hope when we have Santa's feet upside down, we hope he will be. And now I have to get it a little bit more like here, and this over here, like this. And you see, now you have your own little basket chimney. At least I call it a chimney. So like this. What we're going to do, we are going to make now Santa's feet, because he will be upside down inside of here. For the first part of the legs of Santa, we are going to make 4 pieces with 6 blocks. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay them flat like this. I'm going to do some glue like this, and I'm going to glue them this way on top of each other. And now again another one on top of here, and I always lay them sideways so I can squeeze them a little bit better like this. You see, now you get just a pack with 3, and we are going to make a couple of packs with 3 again this way, again 1, and we do the second one, we do the third one also on top of here, and again lay them sideways so you can squeeze them a little bit harder. And now we're going to glue these 2 on top of each other like this. Now we already have one little piece of our legs. You see already it's a part of, oh, I'm sorry, I'm blinding you. I'm sorry. You see, I have a pack of 6 pieces, and now I'm going to make still 3 other ones with pieces of 6, but I will do that with some music. Now the last block of the first pieces of our legs of Santa is this one, and now I'm squeezing it again. Remove some glue, and again we are going to glue it together like this, so we are sure that everything sticks together. And now we have 4 pieces of our blocks. You see already 4, and now we're going to glue them, one over here and one over here. So just do some glue in the middle and just squeeze them like this. And again, try the other way so you get a nice fitting. And of course, some glue over here. And we're going to fit this one together like this and squeeze it and squeeze it. And now we have already the first start of our legs of Santa. And if you imagine you have your little chimney, and we are going to get it inside of here. Now we still need some feet, and for each feet we are going to need 6 blocks, because we are going to do again 3 on top of each other like this. The same, but we are going to work with the 4 pieces, because we need to let it look like it is a feet and it has some underside of the boots. So like this is 1, and now we're going to make 3 other ones, and they are very easy to make. You see already this goes very fast like this. And I'm going to do the other one on top. It is a little bit easier than I thought. I thought maybe it would be a little bit more difficult, but this one is very easy to do. But I never saw anyone do with some tumbling tile blocks, but you have to learn every day, I always say, and just try. It doesn't work too bad, then it is a failure, but failures also are part of a DIY. So like this, and he still can fail, so I am not shouting too hard, because you don't know, maybe he still fails. Later on we will see. Maybe the boot doesn't look the greatest that I hope that it will look like. So you see, now I have 4 pieces. Of 2 of those 4 pieces I'm going to get my pencil. Oh, I'm already stuck. I'm getting my pencil, and I'm going to make a little, like here, a little stripe, and I'm going to let it walk away, because for the underside of the boots, I show you that in a moment. You see already I did 1 on each side, on the underside from the boot, a little, I don't know, here in the Netherlands we call it een hak and a zool. So I don't know how you call it in English, at least the underside of our boot. And before we can go out and saw it out, we have to glue them together, because we need to saw everything out on all of the blocks, because later on we will glue this together, and then you have your own little center boot on top of here. So we take some glue, and we are going to glue this one and this one together. I need some glue again like this. So we do them both on top of each other, lay them down, squeeze them, and this one also in the same direction like this. And now you already have 2 blocks for his boot, and it looks now very strange. Believe me, for me it looks strange too, but I'm sorry. But of course we are going to glue this later on top of here, and then you will see that the boot is still coming a little bit more to life. And of course, what I said earlier, now we glued it together, I'm going to give the top of the boot a little round side. So, and then we also again saw this piece out, so it gets a little bit more shape to the boot. I finished up my little feet, and you see this is how they turned out. And now they are looking a little bit more like the undersides of some shoes. And of course we are going to glue them on top of here like this. But before I'm going to do this, I'm going to paint this in the black color, this in the red, and a little piece of some faux fur on the underside. And I'm going to do this in the brown, and I think I'm going to do this in some furniture wax. Of course, if you like a little bit more of the pattern of the some stones, uh, which are of course from a chimney, then of course you can do some pattern of course on top of here, but that's not a thing I'm going for. So I'm going to do it in some furniture wax, and I'm going to do paint this in the red color and this probably in the black one. For the black, I'm using my very simple brand of school board paint, but of course you can use any black color you like. And if you like Santa's boot maybe in another color, it's also fine too, because you can do whatever you think is right and fitting for your decor, I always say. So I'm going to paint this one, both of them in the black color. And for the legs, at least that will be his trousers, I'm going to use some very bright color of red, because I always love a little bit of the brighter red for Santa. So of course we are going to do the whole piece, but later on I will do a little line around it with some faux fur, but you see that in a moment. So now I'm going to do this one already in this color. And like I said, I'm going to use for my chimney, I'm going to use my Simple Fairy brand furniture wax. So very easy, you can stain it, you can do it in brown color, in a black color, but I'm going to use some furniture wax. And I'm always do it with some brush. And we're going to just simply do it in the wax. And our legs and our little boots are dried up. At least I think they already look like little boots. I showed you in a moment when we glued first our boot on top of here, because before we do our faux fur around it, then you probably wouldn't get the nice ending as you would like. So I'm going to do some glue on top of here and just glue the feet on top of here like this. Of course, always when my camera is running, everything is going wrong, but I'm doing my best like this, and I'm squeezing it real hard because we want to have a nice, and you see this is already a 1 feet. And you see I did the paint a little bit with black, a little bit of the touches of black inside the way, because I didn't want to have it too red. That's not just my choice. So this is one, and now we're going to do the other one. Like this. And we are going to glue this one on top of here like this. And I have to be sure that I squeeze it real hard, like this. And now we already have 2 of our Santa's legs. Now I have some faux fur. I'm sorry for the crackling. I will take it out. You see I have pieces of faux fur, and I have 1 piece I'm going to do in the middle. You see already this is very cheap. This is always on a roll, and it's very cheap. So I'm going to cut off a little piece, and then we're going to do it around. So I have my faux fur. I did measure out a little bit. I don't want the little fur too big. So I always take a very sharp little knife. You always do your, you use probably in your kitchen. So, but I'm going to do always on the back side of the fur. I'm going to cut it to make sure that my fur itself, it stays the best. So this takes a little time. Just go ahead and on the line you need. We have 2 little strokes of our faux fur, and I'm going to start on the back side. Just do a little bit of glue, and I'm just lay down my faux on top of here. Wait until this dried up, and then we go around until we are on here. And then I'm going to measure out. I think I want to have a little overlay, so I want to cut it off this way. And again, do it with your sharp knife on the back side. That gives a nicer look, like this. And I'm going to do some glue on the end of my fur, and again just lay it down and keep it in place for a couple of seconds until this dried up. It gives a little bit of a mess, but at the end I think it looks great. like this. You see already, now you have one leg of Santa. Now Santa's feet are ready. We are going to go further with our chimney. I did it like you see in the furniture wax. Maybe you did it in another color. It doesn't matter. What I'm going to do, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to make a little print for on the front of my a little chimney. And of course you can use a print with some stones on it. I'm just going to make a print from Santa stop here. So we will see how this will turn out. And this is how the tag turned out, and it just says Santa stop here. I made 4 of them. I don't know if I do on each side one of the tags, but of course I did them in 2 different sizes, so I have to cut out and look which one I like the best on the sides. So let's do the next step and cut our little tag. So I did took a little one of the bigger tags because I thought that looks a little bit nicer, so I'm going to use the bigger one. I'm using just a very simple brand of mud pots, but you can use anything you like. Just maybe some school paint. I don't know. You can use anything, but I always use this mud pot. So we will do a little bit on the back side, and we are going to. I have to do it on the right way, of course, or else he will be on the wrong side up, and that's not what we're going for. Like this. You see already, now we already have one tag on top of it. I don't think I'm going for 4 on each side, so on each side 1, but I'm going to just take it from this on the front, so I will leave it at this, but of course you can do any side you like. And of course, if you want to use this tag, you will find it in our free printables down below in our description box. So I will finish this off. Now we are going to install our little legs of Santa inside of the chimney, but of course I want to have them a little bit sideways like this. I can show it to you this way is better. So I'm going to try. I never did it, so I'm just going to do some glue on the underside and just try it a little bit thicker so that they can come a little bit together like this. I don't have no idea if this will work or not. I just squeeze it inside and just wait until it is dried up like this. So this takes a little moment, so I will do this out of camera. You see, this is how it is dried up. Just a little bit of glue on sideways and just keep it in place like this for a little moment. Of course, it is not really stuck, but it keeps the legs a little bit out of each other. So now they can hang a little bit easier inside of our, oh, I have to show it to you this way, inside of here. I want the legs also glued inside. I have to do some glue on this side, of course, also, and on this side a little bit more than you used to be, just because you just wanted this sticking out of itself on top of your dings, of your ding, of your chimney. So like this, and I'm just letting it dry for a little moment, and then we're doing some greenery inside of it. I found some real greenery like this because I bought a whole Christmas tree just for using the greenery. So I am going to do some little pieces on the back side and the front of our chimney, and of course you can cut them as small as you like. Just I don't do them too high because I really want that it is still looking like a little bit of a lower chimney. Of course, if you want to have a higher chimney, I totally forgot to say, just do 1 layer of this one again under it, then you have more a higher chimney. So that's also an option for you if you like it a little bit higher, but I want to keep it very low for on my table. And again, just some greenery inside of it. It is so easy, just do what you prefer. So I will finish this off and then you will see the end result. today's DIY, the main piece what we will use is our tumbling tile block. So if you want to get them and you want to join me, come along, because we are going to make something you can use for any season, Christmas season, Easter season. You can change it up any way you like. So let's do this DIY. You see already I have the blocks on my table, I have my placemat, so we are ready to make our. What we're going to make is, like I said, we are going to make a bench with some planters on each side. But of course, the planters you can use for any season. I have to tell you because I hear the noise right now, and I don't know if you hear the noise, but there is construction work beside my house. So I'm sorry if you hear the noise. I'm doing my best to get it out, but I don't know if you can hear it. So sorry about that. What we're going to do is going to make 4 pieces of 3 blocks first. And we are going to squeeze it and press it down like this, and remove our glue again, and we're going to do the other one. This is very easy to do, like this, squeeze and press it down. Now we already have 1 of our 3, and you see already this is already a little bit different in size of the blocks when they even are in the same packet. So it's always a little bit tough to get things straight, because you see already not every block is the same height. So most of them are, but not all of them. And now we're going to do the third one like this, and press and squeeze it out. This number 2. And I'm going to do this one together with you, and the other one I will do without the camera, because or else you get very bored probably. So like this, number 3, and then we are ready for our last one, like this. I need some glue. I'm sorry, this was a little bit of a struggle with my glue. I don't know if you saw it on camera, but I had a little fight with my glue stick. Like this. And this is the last one. And also this one is a little bit shorter. What we're going to do right now, we are going to get the 4. I'm going to do some glue on this side, and I'm going to glue it against each other like this. And I have to get it in the right angle, and just take a little bit of time for doing this, because then you get a nice angle, you see, like this. I'm blinding you, I'm sorry, you see. And now we're going to take the other one. We're doing a little line on the side like this, and we're going to place it against each other like this, and squeeze and press it down. And now we almost have our square. We only need to fit in this way. So we do some glue on the sides, on the line of this block, and on the top of this block like this. And now we're going to place it in between like this and like this, and press it down. We have to get it in the right place, and like this. And now we can have our square. You see, this is one of our planters. We are going to do of course a bottom. The bottom is very easy, just 3 blocks again like this, this one, and we press it down again. And the last, and here you see he's almost fitting, not totally on top of each other, but almost like this. And now you can do some glue a little bit only around the edges, so not everywhere, only around the sides. What I mean edges is just, I have to show it to you this way, just a little line on the side like this. You see here, and this side. And now we go over to this side like this, and then we are going to place it on top and keep it in place for a little second until it is dried up. And now you already have also your bottom, and now you have your own little planter. You can also use them just with some little succulents, if I am correct. For the spring season, you can do a little bunny on top with a little raffia, if I'm a little how you call it, faux grass or something else. But we are going to make a second one. Both of our little planters are finished, and I did make one mistake. What I was saying to you I should have done is, of course, one of the blocks always has a little mark on top of here. And what did I do? I did already the mark on the outside instead of the inside. So you see already, even an amateur as me always makes mistakes. So you see, that's really the thing. So the containers and the bench will be in the black color. So what I'm going to do, so don't make the mistake like I did. What we're going to do, we are going to take now 9 blocks, and we make a row of 9. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. And we are going to glue them together. Of course, I need some glue again, like this. We are going to do on top of each other in the line, like this. And we're going to do the third one. And of course, this is very easy to do. Everyone can do this, like this. And we're going to do the fourth. Place it, squeeze it, and press it down. And I always love making those little kind of furnitures, because it can give such a nice statement on your tray, or maybe just on a dresser or something else. But I always love those kind of little statements, like this. Press it down, remove the glue, and we are almost there. And the next one, and of course I'm doing this just because a lot of you like to see how I do it step by step. So that's why I show it to you every step, and I really love showing it to you like this, so you can see the whole process and even what's going wrong. You see already I made the mistake also, and I make a lot of mistakes, I can tell you. Believe me, I make make a lot of mistakes, because most of the time I always want to do something different than normal, because I always find things has to be unique, like this. Now we have already the bottom of our bench, and you see we have 9 of our blocks. What we're going to do, we're going to glue it. We take both of our containers like this. I have to do with the mark on the outside. You see it probably right now. I'm going to glue on here and on this side, like this. I hope I can show it to you like this. But don't forget, don't place it in the middle. You have to place it on the front. So not in the middle, but on the front. Because on the back side, this little piece, you still need to build your back side of your bench. So we are going to do some glue. I think I can do the glue better on this side. Just do it over here, like this, and place it on top of here. Maybe I can do it, yeah, I have to try to do it this way, like this. And I place this as a stand, So I have to get it straight, like this. And I show it to you in a moment when both of them are glued up. I will show it to you. And like this. And again, place it up. And make sure you get it in the middle of in the ending. And don't worry, I show it to you. This is what I mean. And now you have a little piece on the back side over for your stand, for your back side of your bench, like this. This is what I mean. What we're going to do right now, we are going to give them some layers. So we're going to take 2 blocks on top of each other like this, and we're going to do this on the other side, but I show it to you. So we take 2 blocks and we do on top of each other like this, and just place them like this on top of each other. This is what I mean. And now we already have the arm stands for our bench, and I do them, I think 2 high, but you can do them 3 high. You can do anything you like. I think I'm going to do them 2 high. So I need also one for the other side, like this, and place it up on each other. And I most of the time I try to do it this way, because if I do it this way, I'm not getting them straight on top of each other. So we are going to glue them again exactly on top of our little, like this. I show it to you. I need some glue again, and like this. And we are going to place it exactly on top of the other one, like this. And we're going to do the next one. Like this. And again also exactly on top of each other. Like this. And I show it to you again, as this dried up, I will show it to you immediately. Like this. You see, this is how it's looking like right now. And it even looks like a bridge. if you see it already, this also can use by a bridge. Do some Christmas decor on it, and you have your own bridge. So we're going to put away this piece of our bench. We're going to place it over here like this. And what we're going to do, because we're going to make the back side of the bench, and what I am going to try to do is just do 3 of the blocks together, but on the top of the sides I do some glue like this, squeeze it and press it down, remove the glue again, and we're going to do the other side. So we need 3, at least with the measurement of my blocks, but I think for most of them will be 3. It doesn't matter what kind of blocks, because or else your bench is also smaller if they are smaller, like this. And I immediately will remove my glue. You see, now we have 1 of 3. What we're going to do, we take loose blocks, we are going to lay it this way. I'm going to do some glue on this one. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place them in this corner like this, exactly in this angle. This is 1. Now we're going to take the second one. We are going to do again like this, but we are going to place it from the first block, but on the end of this block like this. You see, this is what I mean. Now I have to get him off my table. From the first block you do 1 on top and you do 1 on the bottom. From the second block, from this block, you will do them exactly in the middle. Like this, just do some glue. And you do them exactly in the middle of the block. And squeeze it down again. And move it like this. And from the third block, we are doing the same again, like we did with our first one. Just on this side, we are doing one like this. And we're doing the second one on the other side. It is very easy, like this. Squeeze it and press it down. And now we're going to, you see already he's glued on my table. Now we're going to do the glue on the back side away, because we can't forget the back side. Because if you place him somewhere you can see the back side, then it wouldn't be a nice side. Like this. And now we already have our own little back side of our bench, and you can make them as crazy as you like, because I keep it very simple, but you can do anything you like. So you see, I did remove all the glue. The only thing we need to do is just place again, make one line of 3 blocks, again like you did on the top, like this. And we're going to do the last one, and then we're going to place it on the underside, because I think the ending will be a little bit more nicer to see. Because if you place this just around the back side, maybe I can show it to you like this. I don't like the back side this way, so I need also the same I have on top here. So I'm going to glue this one also under here. So I'm going to do some glue on each little top like this. And I use my glue gun, but of course you can use any glue you like. Most of the time it's always great to have glue which is like this. I have to squeeze it very hard and keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up like this. And this is what I mean. Now I think the back side will be much nicer. The only thing what I was seeing is when I do this on the back side, I show it to you like this. This is really a great side, but if you see the front, your arms are very low, so I need also, I will show it to you. First I'm going to glue it on top of here. I do that first, then you can see it much better. So I'm going to do some glue. I have to look where I have to glue. Yes, I have to glue all of this, and I have to glue the tops and the sides. So take a little bit of your time, because you want to have it totally glued on top of here, because you don't want that it's falling off, because that's something can happen with your glue gun. And of course I have to squeeze it and press it down like this, and keep it in place for a little moment. And now he's already on the back side like this, and I will turn it over right now. And if you see it, you see already the arms, yeah, I don't know how you call it here. In the Netherlands we call it, again, a Dutch word of the day, armleuning. So this, where you put your arms on a couch, is an armleuning. But I think I place one on top. I think that looks a little bit nicer, and maybe even one this way. I think that looks a little bit nicer, but of course you can do it any way you like. So I will glue one on top of here. My glue is not working with me today. I don't know what's the problem with my glue, because he is he's not want to work with me. So we are going to place one over here like this, and we're going to do one over here like this. But if you prefer not to do it, it's also fine too. And like this, just place it in between. Like this. Now I think he looks a little bit nicer, but I think I'm going to place this one, or you can move it a little bit sideways. It's also a thing. Maybe I can show it to you. Maybe just one a little bit more like this, but you can do it standing up like this. I have to show it to you, right? Like this. I think I am going for this look, so I'm going to do also one block on this side like this. So just do some glue on the side of the block and just place it on here and keep it in a straight line like this. And the last one, and then our bench is ready to decorate and paint, of course, everything you need to do. And I have to see if I am having it in the right space, and then I will show it to you. And I see already that I need to remove some glue, but this is already how our bench is turned out, and so easy from only a couple of tumbler tile blocks. So I'm going to get my paint. I just told you we are going to paint it and we are going to work with it, but I took my sanding tool because I am really loving to have my little bench in the furniture wax, but because there was just a little label on the back side, and I took my sanding tool and I sanded most of the little part away. It's not totally away, but when I do the wax on it, it will be vanished. And I have, before I'm going to put it in some furniture wax, I was looking at my bench on the front like this. I show it to you this way, and I still was missing a little bit of the finishing touch. I am really a strange person because I really like a nice finish. So I am going to glue 3 blocks together again, and then we are going to place them on the front before I'm going to wax it. So just take 3 of the blocks. I am taking this away. Again, just use 3 blocks, glue them together like this. Oh, this block is damaged, so I have to use this one. So do 3 blocks together like this. This is number 1, like this. And the last, and then we're going to glue it in front of our bench. Of course, you don't have to do it, but I am just just such a strange person. I think I like the finish a little bit better, like this. And we're going to glue it just in front of our thing. Of course, I have to lower it up. I had it too high like this. So we're just going to do some glue over here and just on top of here. And we are going to glue a little bit here. And of course, my glue gun is not working with me today. I don't know why he's not working with me, but he has no like this. And now I'm going to glue it on top of here like this. And I have to squeeze it and press it down. And for me, I think the finish looks then a little bit better. This is how we will look like right now, and I think it looks a little bit more like a bench right now. So now we're really going to put it in some furniture wax. Of course, I use the very cheap brand furniture wax. You see, this is just a very, you do your furniture with, so this is very easy. And of course, just go over it. But if you like white color, more a little bit farmhouse style, do the white. If you like more schoolboard paint, do the black. Do whatever you think it's right. Of course, this is just an example or just an inspiration, just how you call it. So I will do the whole bench and then we're going to do the next step. In a moment you get the end reveal, but here you see already how he is totally into with some furniture wax. But like I said, it's just an inspiration. Do whatever you think it's right and fitting for your decor. You see here I have my Christmas trees, so it's very easy to place one Christmas tree inside of here and one over here. And it gives already a nice Christmassy feeling. Of course, you can do it also for the coming Valentine. Then you place your little trees outside. Do some, I have here some hydrangeas. Just place them inside of here and one inside of here. Maybe a little sign on the bench or something else. And then I have to show it to you this way. And you can change it up any season you like. But for now, in a moment, you see really the end reveal of our own made from Tumbling towel blocks, blocks, our bench. This DIY, we are going to make some candle holders with a twist. Of course, I'm going to use my tumbling towel blocks. I'm going to use my furniture wax, my black schoolboard paint, a brush, and of course my glue gun. So this is the main pieces we need for this DIY. I'm going to make candle holders in two sizes, in a smaller one and a larger one. What we're going to do, we're going to start with the smaller one. And the first thing what we're going to do is we are going to take 3 blocks like this, because we are going to start with the bottom, the middle and the top like this. Place them against each other, squeeze it and press it down. And now we're going to do the third one like this. Place it together and squeeze it. And you see already now you have one piece of 3 blocks like this, and we are going to make another one because this will be the bottom. And again, this is one, and I have to make sure that they have the straight line, because that's always a little bit nicer to see when you have them placed in your decor like this. And you see, maybe you also have the same experience that the blocks are not always the same size, so it is always a little bit working with it. And you see these two have the same size, but I also have blocks which are a little bit smaller. I will use this as a bottom, so I'm going to glue this on top of here because I want the bottom a little bit bigger than the pieces on top and in the middle like this. So, and place it on top of each other like this, squeeze it and press it together, so you have a nice little bundle little bundle with your blocks like this. This is already the bottom. We are going to make the middle. For the middle we are going to do again 1 block like this, squeeze it, and the third one like this. And for everyone, I always say in each and every DIY, if you don't want to see it and you don't want to see how it is made, please skip forward, because I understand totally if you don't want to see it. This is already the middle, and now we're going to make the top, but the top will be a little bit different like this. This will be 1, and now we have the third one like this, and we're going to place it and press it down like this. And of course I remove the glue immediately, because Later you have a lot of work to get away your glue, like this. You see already, always is coming, popping out a little bit over here. So this is one piece of the top. But what we're going to do, we're going to get 4 blocks, and I'm going to lay them on the sides like this, and I'm going to do a little bit of glue on this side. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay this one against this one like this, keep it in place for a little moment. And now this is what I mean. You see, just glue it on the side. I'm laying it down again. What I'm going to do, going to do on the widest piece of the block some glue like this, and I'm going to place it over here like this. Try to get it in a square. Of course, it's a little bit tricky to get it in a square because of course you know how a square is, but with the glue and the blocks sometimes they are a little bit off. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do some in the middle, some glue over here, and I'm going to do on the top like this some glue over here. And now I'm going to place this block in between like this and squeeze it and press it like this and wait until it is dried up. And you see already I am removing the glue immediately. And you see now you have a nice square. And I'll show it to you this way. Don't worry about this. This is just a little print. You can easily get it off with some sanding paper. You see? This is how he's turned out. So what we're going to do, first I'm going to wipe away this because, or else later on, when I'm going to wax it, you still can see it. So I will work this away. So with my sanding paper, the most of the prints I wiped away, and later you won't see it anymore. And I always, I don't like to waste things. So you can, of course, if you don't want to do it, you can move away those blocks and maybe you can throw them away, but I don't like it because I don't like to waste things. What I'm going to do, because now we have this block and we have this square, and of course they can easily come on top of each other. The only thing what we need to do, because one is bigger than the other one, you can see it, are getting this like this. I have to show it to you right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on the sides with some glue like here, and we're going to do it over here. We are going to do it over here, and on this side, at least try to get it as on the side as much as you can. Then we're going to place it exactly in the middle of our block like this. You see, now we get a nice little box. And of course, also in the inside, I'm going to try to get away the glue immediately, because now I still can, but if you wait too long, it will be very hard to get it off your decor piece. And this is the one. So now we have the bottom, the middle and the top. What we're going to do, because we need the middle pieces of our candle holder, what we're going to do, we are going to glue on the smaller side of our block, and we are going to place this block against it like this. I show it to you in a moment, so don't worry, I will show it to you like this. So you glue it on the side of one of your blocks like this. Now we get the second block, so we are going to do some glue on this side like this. And now we're going to place this one. What we're going to do, we are going to do some glue on this side and glue on this side. So we are going to do it over here like this on this side and on the small side of this block like this. And now your block can easily fit into here, and you can make a nice square like this. And this is how he is looking like right now. Of course, I will immediately I am just a record, which is sounding every time the same, but bear with me. I always want the best, that you have the best DIY you can have. So please don't bear with me if I say things a little bit too much, but I only mean well. So you see here just a nice little square, and we are going to make another one. So this is very easy to do, just like I said, one on the side. We are going to place again one against it like this. We are going to do some glue over here on this side, and we're going to place again this one against it like this. And we take the block again, and we are going to do some glue on this side like here, and on this side of the block like this. And again we are going to place it against each other like this, squeeze it and press it. And we already have our second one. So we have our bottom, this will be one, then we get the top, this will be one, and we get this one, and now we get this one on top. So this will be a little little, but I show it to you in a moment. So we need very easy two of this one, and we are going to paint this one later in the black color, but first we're also going to make the large one. Here I also made the parts of the large one, but I did it out of camera because or else you will be very bored and it takes a little bit too long. The only thing I did extra is of course one of this one of 3 and one extra of this little square one, and you just saw how I made it. So it's very easy. That's only the difference between the smaller and the larger one. So what we're going to do, because I told you we are going to do the pieces in between, we are going to do in the black color. So I'm going to paint this black. Of course, I did place on my painting mat because I always make a lot of mess. For these blocks, I use the school board paint, and you only need to paint the sides because the tops will be glued on. So we only do the sides. So I will finish this off, and then we're going to do the next step. I place my black painted little stands, of course, on the side. What we're going to do now, we are going to pieces which is left over. That will be the bottom. That will be 1 for the middle and 2 for the middle, and this is 1 for the middle for the smaller one, and our 2 little toppers of our candles. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take my furniture wax, and I'm going to do this one in the wax color like this because I like the rustic color. But this is the same like you can do with your middle pieces. You can do it any color you like. The pieces are dried in now for a little hour, not more, because I always do that because I like to that my furniture wax is sucking in. So what I'm going to do, I just take a little piece of kitchen towel and I'm going to wipe away the wax we don't need. So just make it smooth like this. Just go over it a couple of times until it doesn't give off anymore. So and it's also better because you still need to glue the middle pieces on the candle holder. So I will do this all of them, and then we're going to glue everything together. The pieces are all dried up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the larger one and we are going to glue this one together. So at least I hope everything will glue very nicely together. So we are going to do some glue on one top of the black painted middle piece like this, and we are going to place it in the middle of one of the smaller pieces like this, and I'm going to look if I have it straight and then press it down like this. This is what I mean. This is one middle piece. So we start with a smaller one with 3. We are going to do one of the black ones on top. And now we're going to turn it over and we're going to do again some glue on one of the other pieces like this. and try to do the glue a little bit in the middle, so when it's running out it doesn't run immediately to your black paint. Now I have to look if I have it on in the middle like this, and try to get it as even as you can. Of course the blocks are not always even, so I totally understand is that everything is not always coming in the middle. We do our best. You see, now we already have one in the middle and one on this side. Now we take again a smaller one. We are going to do some glue again on one of the tops of the black one. It doesn't matter if you do this one or you do the other one. So I'm going to turn it over, and again make sure that you also have the lines of the blocks the same way like this. So I'm going to place it down like this, get it in the middle and try to get it as even as you can like this. Now you have already this piece, and what we're going to do, we are going to now do the bottom like this. I have to get away of my glue. I'm fighting with my glue. So my fight is over with my glue, so I can go further. So we have this part, and we are going to turn it over. And again, on the loose part we still have from the black side, we are going to do some glue again on the middle of the block, like here, like this. And again, we are going to place it on top of here, but we have to make sure that we get it in the middle again. I hope at least I have it in the middle. I try and I do my best, but of course bear with me like this. Now we have the first middle piece of our lantern, our candle holder like this. And now we only need the bottom and the top. So we start with the bottom. So we are going to do again some glue on this part. Just go over it like this, and here we are going to turn it over. Make sure that we have the lines of the blocks the same like we do here, and again place it on here. Try to get it as even as you can like this. So I hope I have it on the same length, or else we have a little candle holder which is going this way. But we will see. You see, now we have already almost our candle holder, so we only need the top like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do some glue. Of course I need some glue again like this, and we are going to do the tops like this. Do enough glue on it because the top is a little bit more heavier than your other pieces. And we are going to place this one upside down like this, the same length we have our thing. We turn it over and we are going to place it again in between, and I'm looking forward to get it on the same length. So I am doing my best, and now I'm pressing it down like this. And now I hope when I turn it over it will look okay. But always with DIYing, everything can go wrong. You see it now on the side, and this is, of course, he's a little bit large like this. And you see, this is already one. I will do the smaller one also, and then you see both of them. And here you see both of them together and glued together. Of course, they still need some candles or maybe some plants. Maybe you can do anything with a candle holder, maybe a little bird on top with some greenery. I showed you later a little quick impression. Next set of candle holders, we are going to place candle holders together in one piece. So we are going to need, of course, our tumbling tower blocks, our furniture wax, our black paint and our glue gun. So again, this is the main things we need for this DIY. What we're going to do first is make the bottom of our set of candle holders which are together. So I'm going to take first again 3 blocks of 3, and we make 3 sets of it. So it's very easy. Just go and do the sides some glue like this. and place them together, squeeze it and press it down. We are going to do the third one like this. Again, squeeze it and press it down. This is already one. We are going to do a number set of 3 number 2 like this. This is one. And now we will do the last one of this set already. And this is number 2. And now we're going to do number 3. It's so easy to make. Like this. Squeeze it, press it down. And again, the last one of the bottom of our set of candle holders, like this. Now we already have our 3-piece. What we're going to do, we're going to glue these pieces together, like this. Squeeze it, press it down, and remove it, like this. Now we're going to do this side, of course, or else we don't get it together, like this. And now we already have almost our bottom of our set of candle holders. You see, this is already the bottom, and it is 9 blocks like this. So I'm going to place it over here. What we're going to do, we are going to make the stands the same we did earlier. So we do some glue on the side like this. We place our block on top of here. Again, I showed you in a moment. If you didn't see it in the DIY I did earlier, you see, this is just a simple block like this, and just place it on top of here. Now I'm going to place one on this side, and again, place your block on top of here, squeeze it and press it down. Make sure that you get them straight like this. And now we're going to do some glue on the smaller block side of the block, and we're going to do one line over here like this. And now we can get one block, and he's really fitting inside of here, and we get again our a nice little square. I'm blinding you, I'm sorry. You see, this is what I mean, just a very simple block. So we need already a one on this side. Now we're going to make the other one. And like I said with my other DIY, of course, if you are thinking this is much too long, please go over and skip forward if you don't want to see how it is made. I understand, but of course I always hope that you stay and you just watch the DIY, because maybe you want to make it yourself. I always hope that people are even get inspired and make the little DIYs together. And of course, maybe with your children, grandchildren, or for in your home, or do it as a gift. But I always hope that people get inspired of what I make. Of course, sometimes it's always going a little bit slow. I'm not really a fast DIY, because I always love to show you what I do. So that's why it's always taking a little bit longer. But that's why I also understand if you want to skip forward like this. This is again one, the smaller side, and we place it again together. And this is, you see already, it is so easy and fast to make like this. And again, do some glue over here and on the smaller line over here, and we place again one block in between. Again, squeeze it and place it and press it down like this. And this is already for the middle one, but of course we want to have different heights, so we are going to make one other piece for the middle one, because we want that one to be a little bit higher. And of course I have to get them really straight like this, and I have to press it down. And now I'm going to do some glue again on here, place my block over here like this, and I have to squeeze it like this. And the last one, of course, again some glue here, and some glue here like this. And now again the last block on top of here, squeeze it and press it down like this. And now when we paint everything, we are going to glue this together. So we already have one base, but we need some tops, and the tops we are going to make again with 3 blocks, again like this. Press them together, and the other one, and the last one of this set is already like this. And now we can already place one on top of here. We are going to do the other one like this, and again glue it, press it down. And the third one, of course, this is not part of the DIY. Of course, this is the main piece, and of course this one is belonging over here. And now I'm going to do the last one. And you see already, always when my camera is running, there will be mistakes, because when you are DIYing, you are making mistakes, and that's so fine, because that means that every time you learn something new like this. And the last one, of course, on top of here. So what we're going to do, we are going to paint the pieces like this. We are going to paint this floor in the black color. I have again my painting mat on top of here, and we are going to do the same like we did in the other DIY. Just paint this one, only the sides, in the black color. And of course, now I laid away my pieces which are painted in the black, and I'm going to do this one like you probably already guessed. I am going to do this in some furniture wax, but again, do it at the color of your choice, which is fitting for your decor. So I'm going to do all these pieces also in the wax, and then we're going to do the next step. See already, all the pieces are in the furniture wax. I take again a piece of kitchen towel, and I'm going to get my pieces and just go over it and wipe away the wax we don't need, and like this, and get a smooth piece. So I will finish this off. I did wax off all the wax we don't need, but I was thinking how my candle holder would look when I put it together, and I was missing something. I missed some legs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 2 blocks, of course, and on one block I'm going to do on the side, I'm going to do some glue like this, just on the sides, and I'm going to place this block halfway over the other one like this. So squeeze it and press it down, and like this. Now you get this way, you see already. Now we have a nice underpiece of our candle holder, but you see later what I mean exactly with it, because now it looks very strange when I do it again. Halfway on top of the other block, squeeze it and press it down like this, and again the second one. So the only thing what we need to do, and of course I hope you, when you see this DIY, you can do it already in one piece. I will paint this too also in the black color. Our pieces are ready to glue together. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the bottom, and we are going to glue the legs, just how you call it, on top of here, so we get nice little feet. I'm going to do some line of places away. I'm going to do a line of glue like this on the side, and I'm going to place our feet halfway on top of here, just to like this, a little bit halfway. Just, I hope you can see it with the coloring like this, and I'm going to do the other one the same. Again, do some glue on the sides like this, and again place your other leg, of course, also halfway like this. Then again squeeze it and press it down, and I'm going to turn it over and of course press again like this. So, and now you see, of course, I am really blinding you. I am sorry. You see, now we have one over here and one over here. We have already the bottom of our candle. The other one are probably candlesticks, and these are maybe a little bigger candle, if you call it a candle holder. I don't know how you say it. What we're going to do, I'm going to glue two of these pieces together like this. So I'm going to do on one, I'm doing the glue again a little bit in the middle. I'm going to take the second one and then I'm going to glue it together. Of course, I have to be sure that I really am gluing it in one piece like this. You see already, now we have one piece. Now we're going to take one of this one and one of this one. We are going to do again some glue around the little opening like this and like this, and we just place it, of course, in the middle. And I have to look, because this will be the right way, I have to look if I have it in the middle like this, and then squeeze it down. Now we already have one of each. You see already one on this one. Now we're going to do the second one. Of course, I need some glue. We are going to glue around the opening again like this, and place it over here and try to get it also again in the middle like this. And we can turn it over and place it on top of here. Later we are going to glue it, but we are going to do the last one. And of course we are going to do some glue on the top like here and like this way. And then we turn it over again this side. And I have to look if I have him, of course, this way. I have to look like this. I have to turn it and move it a little bit because I was not totally in the middle. Like this. And I remove the glue. And you see, now we already also have our bigger piece, and we can place it in a moment in the middle. Of course, I have to turn it over like this, like this. And now already you can even see, you only can see the you only can see the top, but I will glue it together, and then you see the total of our piece. So I will glue this piece and this piece on here. So I'm going to turn it over, do some glue around it like this, and I'm going to place it on here. And of course I have to look that I have it in the middle like this. This is one. Now we're going to do the other one. Again, some glue. It is just a lot of the same things. It is so easy to do so. And you don't have to make the mistakes I made. So that's also very easy for you to do. And I have to look if I have it in the middle like this. This already one. Now we need the last piece. We are going to turn it over and do again some glue. And so we have a nice, easy, you can use it as a candle holder, but of course you can place one piece of greenery on top of it, a little pot with some pieces. I have to look if I have it in the middle like this, And here you see the candle holder in his totally, and I am really happy how he turned out, and later you see a quick impression how you can decorate it. For this DIY we need our tumbler tower blocks, our furniture wax, of course our glue gun. We are going to make a little farmhouse ladder, so we will see how this will turn out. The first thing what we're going to do, we are going to take our blocks and we are going to make 9 pieces of 2. So you just do on the top some glue and squeeze another block against it like this, and this way we are going to make 9 of them. So that's very easy and it also goes very fast. And I also want to show you right now, because now you see already I have one block which is smaller than the other one, and of course you can throw it away, but I don't like to throw things away, so I'm going to try to work with it. But you see already sometimes in DIYing you come things on your path which is not always very nice to work with, but we always keep up with it and we are going to make the best of it, even when it is a little bit smaller or something else. But we try not to throw things away, because that's always a waste of your money also, but also a waste of the things. And like this. Number 5, and I removed the glue, sorry for the delay, and I'm going to do this one like this. If you also are into the tumbler tower blocks and you are making, of course, a decor for yourself, maybe you can let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you really are don't mind, maybe you can send me an email on my email of my All About Christmas. So I would love to see what you make of your decor, and you also can send it to Deco Easy. There, the mail is always in our description box, so I would love to see what you make. And again, like this. And I already have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now we are going to do number 9, the last one. And then we're going to build our ladder, because a ladder is so simple, like this. Number 9. Now we are going to build one piece of our ladder. Of course we need 2 of them, but first we're going to build one. We are doing again some glue on the top of our block like this, and we are going to glue it together like this. This is one, and now we're going to glue the other one, of course, like this, and on the other side. And I have to look that everything is straight. And now we're going to glue the one with the piece together like this. So we're going to do some glue on this side and on this side, and we're going to get our 2 piece and we are going to glue it together like this, and this in the middle. Hold it in place for a little moment until your glue is dried up. And now you see already you have a nice little, and we are going to make a couple of them. Again, we are going to get some blocks with on the top some glue, and again place it against each other like this. We are going to do the second one. Again, place it on here and just keep it again like this. And now we're going to do again some glue on this side, some glue on this side, and of course lay it down and then place it together and squeeze it and hold it in place like this. And now we already have another piece of our ladder. Now again we are going to take a loose block like this, We are going to place it on here like this, and another one, and we just make 4 of those pieces because I think then the ladder will be long enough. But of course you also can stop here, so if you don't want to have it longer than this, then you can stop over here. That's also fine too. I have to show it in the camera. So if you want a little bit of a smaller ladder, it is also fine too. You can do that also. I am going to go one side longer. I do a little bit of glue over here and a little bit of glue over here like this, and I'm going to place it again on top of here. Press it down and squeeze real hard like this, and this is already number 3. So, and now we only need the legs like this. So, but make sure that you glue this legs straight under it, because or else you will see it. So that wouldn't be a nice side. So I hope I have it straight. And also this one like this. And then we already have one side of our ladder like this. I have to be sure that I have it straight. You see, this is how his one part is looking like. I hope I can show it to you later on in the camera, because he is turned out a little big. So, but then we do it in parts. So I will make the second one, and then we're going to glue the rest together. You see, we have both of our parts of our ladder finished. We are going to lay it away for a little moment, and we are going to make 2 of 2 again for the sides, because that's the first pieces we are going to glue before we're going to do the top like this. And another one, the last one, and I'm going to show you now. You see already also this one block is much smaller than the other one. The other one is much bigger, but I don't mind. You see already, you can see how much bigger one, and all of them are from the same packet. So if you don't want the difference in sizes, just really look carefully. Maybe you don't have the pieces that are not the same size, but I have most of the time a lot of them. I'm taking my parts, I'm going to lay them aside, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to place them a little bit, I don't know how you call it. Here in the Netherlands we zeggen schuin. So a little bit out of each other like this, and we are going to make sure that they are together. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one part of 2, and I'm going to look where I want to have it. I think I am going to want to have it now a little bit over here, but I don't want it to stick out on the side, so I have to go a little bit lower. So I do a little bit of glue over here and a little bit of glue over here like this. So a little bit over here and a little bit over here, and now I hope I I have it on this place I want to have it like this, and I have to work a little bit with it just to place it on here. And of course I remove the glue and try to do it as carefully as I can like this. And of course I wait now a little bit longer until it is dried up, or else it probably breaks apart, and that's not what we want. And I remove also the glue over here like this. And now I'm going to try to turn it over, lay it aside like this, and we are going to take our other part and we are going to glue it on the same place like we did under here. So again, maybe I can do a little bit of glue on top of here and on top of here. Maybe that works a little bit better than I do it on the ladder. So maybe I have to look like this. I have to look if I am a little bit in the same height like this. I think I am almost on the same level as the other one. Again, let it dry for a little moment. I see some glue over here. And now we can place it on top. And now you see we can work the top. I have to show it to you a little bit closer. I still have one of the blocks of 2, and we can make a nice finishing touch to do this on top. So I will glue this on the top. So I hope I can show it to you. Maybe I get you a little bit closer like this. Sorry if you're moving a little bit and it makes you dizzy. So I think I'm going to do some glue, and I'm going to glue this on top of here. But I have to look how I can glue it the best. I think I'm going to glue the sides like this. I'm moving it a little bit, and I'm going to glue some on the sides of this one, like here, and like this. Of course, also over here, like this. And now I'm going to place it exactly in the middle, and I hope it stays like this. I think then we have a nice finish of our ladder. So what we're going to do, because you only see a little part of our ladder, this is the ladder in totally. He is a little bit big for my camera. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to do it in some furniture wax right now. But of course, if you like a white ladder or maybe a gray one or something else, go ahead. You see already I placed my ladder sideways on my table on a piece of kitchen towel, because furniture wax always gives a lot of stains. So I'm going to give this a rusty color, and maybe you give it a nice paint color. So in a moment you see also from this ladder a quick impression. So hope to see you in a moment. Our lamps we are going to try to make, we need of course our tumbling tower blocks, some black schoolboard paint, some furniture wax, some wood glue, a couple of the tea lights. I have here one, but I probably will use 2, a little brush, 2 glue sticks, and of course our glue gun, because we're going to do things a little bit through each other. So we will see how this will turn out. I never made a real lamp, at least a real lamp, but a lamp which you can use with some tea light. So we will see how this will turn out, and I don't know if I will make 1 or 2, so bear with me. And of course I hope you take out also your top metal blocks and do this lamp together with me. We are going to start with the base of our lamp, and of course you can change them up any way you like, because this is just always, like I say, an inspiration. Also the coloring, I used a lot of the black color and the furniture wax, but of course go ahead, do whatever you think is right and is fitting for your decor, because no one decides for you which color you will use. That's always the great thing about DIY. You can do anything you like. We make 2 sets of 3 like this, and I also made this kind of stand on my main channel, Deco Easy. Of course, there I use it for some bird's nest on top of it. So it looks a little bit the same, because this one gives a lot of sturdiness. And if you make a lamp, which you of course also need a lampshade, it will be very heavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this tool. I'm going to take some wood glue, and I'm going to, because I want to have it very steady, I'm going to do some wood glue already on top of here, so it can dry in already, like this. And just place it on top of each other, but not the same way, but in a different angle, like this. Just squeeze it, ending, and press it down, and let it dry in for a couple of minutes. This is already one. We are going to do the second one because I think I'm going to make two lamps. So maybe a little smaller one and a bigger one. But we will see. Like this. This is already the first start of one. And the second one of the second lamp, the feet. Of course, I think you call it his feet. And I'm going to do the other one like this. And again, glue it against each other. And this one, of course. And we are going to immediately do also some wood glue on this one. And again, we are going to, whoop. And of course, I use the, I don't know if you know this brand Pattex. I think it's also in a lot of countries. So I think you can get it everywhere, but you can use any one you like. And of course, I lay it in a different way on top of each other. Lay it back. And of course, let it dry for our feet. So we already have our 2 feet finished. And of course, we have our feet. They are dried up. What we're going to do, we are going to do the in between his feet. And this is his feet, but I call the lamp. I don't know. I have to look it up. It go out of my mind. So I'm sorry. I don't know how it's called, but let me know in the comments down below how you call the middle piece of your lamp. Just let me know. And of course, we are going to make 2 on the sides like this. And we are going to again glue this 2 together. Just do a little bit of wood glue. Very simple in between like this. And just place it on top of here, just like we normally do with our glue of our glue gun. So just lay it apart like this. And we're going to make another one. And we are going to make, I think, 7 pieces from this. So this will take a little time. So of course I will do the rest a little bit faster than I do right now. So I'm so sorry, that was a little bit of bad English. So I have to cut away a little piece of it because this was really so bad. But I'm going further. What I'm doing, I did 7 of this kind of blocks like this, 2, 2 and 2 together, and just like you saw with some wood glue, I made 5 for each and 4 of this one. And of course, we already have 2 of our feet. What we're going to do, we take a couple of blocks again, and we are going to go take one of them. We are gluing one over here, and we are gluing one over here like this, like you get this kind of pieces. And this will be, we will build this up, and this will be the middle piece of our lamp, of course. What I'm going to do this with some glue, just glue for my glue gun, not with my wood glue. So very easy, just do some glue on here and just squeeze it on top of here, and the other one also. But of course, I should have done my glue on like this in the middle, and just place it in the middle of this 2 like this, and squeeze it against each other. And you place this one exactly against the other one like this, and again place it on the place you want to have it like this, and then you get this. You see, you already have one of them, and now I'm going to make all of them, this 4 and this 3 later. All of our pieces are glued together, and I didn't make 7, of course. You saw already I made 9, 5 for one feet and 4 for the other one. And you see already, these are the pieces we are going to use as not the feet, but the middle piece for your lamp, of course. You see 4, and on each side a loose block, so it's very easy to make. And now we're going to build it up, 5 for one and 4 for the other one, so we get different shapes of lamps. I'm looking every time again which one is fitting the best on top of each other, because we want to have a nice smooth way. And of course, what I could have done better, of course, is this one, leave this one out and just glue the 2 pieces on top of each other, and later on make one of this one and then glue it on the side. Then you always have a straight line. And don't do it the way I do it, but I have to look for and measure out a little bit where I need to have it the best, because now I have to really look for a straight line. I'm going to do some wood glue on the side like this over here, and I'm going to do some piece of a little bit of my other glue on top of here, and then I'm going to place it on top of here and squeeze it until it is dried up like this. And then we're going to build it further for the next one. And again, just do some glue a little bit around like this, and do in the middle a little of your glue gun until it is dried up, and then can, of course, your wood glue take it over. And again, build it up like this. Keep it in place for a little moment until it is dried up. And so you're going to build it above. And you see already, I showed you this way. You see already, everything is dried up and together. But of course, I have to tell you again, please do this 4-piece and next to on top of each other, and do the 5-piece on top of each other, and then glue it together like this. You see already, these are 5 loose blocks on the tops glued together, and then place it on top of here, because or else you get a lot of trouble to get them in the straight line like me. You see already, this one is a little bit offline, so don't make the same mistake. I made them already 2 times because I'm so busy with everything telling you. I totally forgot that, of course, I should have done it also. I have 2 of my stems, and I made the same stems again for the top, so we use them later. But for now, I'm going to glue my pieces on top of the bottom of our feet of our lamps. So I'm just going to use again some wood glue, because with my glue gun, the glue is always a little bit more unsteady than this one. So it's very easy. Just do some wood glue on top of here, and of course glue them together like this. It's very easy. Just do enough of wood glue. Take your time for it. Of course, it takes a little bit more time, but you will have a lot of fun more with it, with your lamps, if you glue it together than that he's falling over. You see, I glue them on top of my stem. I let it dry right now, and we are going further with the top, of course, the lamp shade. We are going to make now first our lamp shade, and he will be very, very easy. This is so easy to do. Like this, like I always try to do, because I like easy, especially because sometimes with tumbling tile blocks it can be very difficult because you don't have rounds. But I learned also that you can, even when you glued your tumbling tile blocks, you can use it with a jigsaw. So just don't worry about it. You also can saw it in a round like this. I make 1 of 4 like this one. And we are going to make 4 pieces like this. And of course, look a little bit that your blocks are the same length, because for your lampshade, that's really better, because or else it is a lot of trouble to get it straight. But I hope I have it also the right blocks, but we will see. Like this. This is number 2. And the last of number 2 is this one. And of course, like I always say, if you don't want to see this and you are very bored with it, because I understand sometimes if you hear me talking a lot like this, I understand that it is taking a little bit too long of your time. Here in the Netherlands we say you can kletsen. That means a lot of talking. So if you want to hear me a lot of kletsen, so that means a lot of talking, just do forward and just look at the part you want to see. But of course, I hope you join me and do this DIY also together with me. That will be a lot of fun. Maybe sometimes I can do, I always a little bit scared of doing a live. So it would be great if we could do a live together, just DIYing. But I don't know if I will ever get this far that I am, yeah, how you say it, at least comfort enough to do this live, because that would be great that we could do really a DIY together. But I don't know, I am so scared of it to do it live, especially because my English is not the greatest, and I know you a lot of you don't mind, but for me it is really, I always stumble a lot of some kind of things, and now I can place it out and move forward or something else, but I can do that with a live. So I don't know, maybe sometimes we will. I have now my 4 pieces of our lampshade. Now we have our 4 piece of our lampshade. Of course we have to make a lampshade out of it, but before I'm going to do it, I have to make sure that my lampshade is able to hang on top of my feet of my lamp. So I was debating, and I couldn't find an example how to do this. I'm just going to do an experiment. I really have no idea how this will turn out or not. So I'm going to take 1 block and I'm going to do some glue on the side like this. And I'm going to place it in the middle, but like this, a little bit higher than the middle, and over all the 4 pieces in the middle of this one, like this. So I'm just going to, I'll show it to you in a moment. You see, this is what I mean. And I'm going to do this with 2 of the little panels of our lampshade. So this one the same, but lay them next to each other and place them on the same height, because that's really important that you have them on the same height, because or else it doesn't fit this way. So I really have to be sure. Of course, you can also measure it out with some rulers, but I'm going to do it with my eyes, and I hope my eyes are not too old to measure out the same height. So you see, now we have 2 of this one, and now we're going to make our lampshade together. So I'm going to do some glue on this side, and also you can do this with wood glue, but this I'm going to do with some glue from my glue gun like this, and just place it together. Keep it in place for a little moment and remove immediately your glue, because when we later are going to wax it, it's very hard to get away, like this. And now we're going to place this one, of course not this one, because this one is coming against each other like this. So I'm going to take now this one, but I'm going to place it on this side. I show it to you in a moment, don't worry. I show it to you in a moment a little bit closer, so you can really do it yourself like this. And I'm going to place it against this one, and of course I have to work with it a little like this, and I have to remove the glue. You see, he's coming out, and like this. I know that takes a little bit of your time. Maybe I will cut this out, because I don't think you really want to see how I am struggling with my and you see, now we're going to do the last piece, and he's totally fitting inside of here like this. You see, now we get it this way. So I'm going to do some glue on this side, and we did this more often, so I think a lot of you who are following me already for a long time know already how to do this one. And of course your blocks are not totally next of against each other like this, but squeeze it in like this, and this one will be here and this one will be here, and squeeze it and press it together like this, so you get a nice square. I show it to you in a moment, then you see exactly what I mean. Like this. You see, now we have a nice square, and of course we have our blocks inside, and it doesn't matter that the blocks are not totally straight next against each other. That's not really a matter, because you won't see that. So I also made the second lampshade, of course, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to do 3 blocks like this on top of each other. This is one, and I'm going to do the next one, and that we use as a cover on top to give the top also, when you look into your lampshade, of course it also gives a nice look. So we can place it later on top of here, because first we're going to paint it. So again, we make a second one for the other one like this, and squeeze it and remove your glue again, and do the third one like this. And then we also have the top for this one. Everything is almost finished because we only need to make some stands for our blocks so we can get our lampshade on top of here like this. And what we're going to do, we just take some loose blocks like this, four for each stand, and we are going to glue them like this on top of here, and we're going to glue two on this side like this. It's very easy to do, so just take some glue and place them on top of here like this, and we're going to do this one. And you can also lay it down. Maybe it's a little bit better that you lay it down, then you can squeeze them maybe a little bit better than what I did like this. And of course get them out of your thing. You see already this is just very easy, two next to each other with a little opening so the lights also can come through. And of course now we're going to do this one, and also again you can lay it down like this, but it's a little bit more difficult because now you can see where you have the other one, and you want to have them a little bit next against each other in a nice way like this. And now we're going to do the other one, and again leave a little space open and then place it against each other. And you see already now you have your thing, and your little tea light is fitting inside of here, of course. And I made my tea light black with some schoolboard paint. So if you have white lights and you don't like it, just do some paint over it and you already have it fitting for your decor. So I'm going to do also the other one. I am so happy that you don't see after the camera work, because I was looking at my lampshade and I was so disappointed how it would look like. If I do it this way, you will see under your lampshade, and you can, if you do your vaccine light inside of here, of your tea light, then you, of course, if you glue it, if you keep it in place, you will see right under it, and that's not the look where I'm going for. And I was looking, where did I go wrong? What did I messed up? And of course I saw already that I messed up the sides with the blocks inside of here. So what I'm going to do, I changed this one already up. This is already the lampshade it will be. But of course first we are going to do, so if you see this video, don't glue this part together. So I am going to get a knife and I'm going to get the blocks out of it. So I still hope when you see it, then you didn't glue it already. Like me. So I'm going to place my blocks off, and of course this way, when you make little cars with your knives in it, you can get it very easily off. Now I will remove the glue, and then we're going to do the right step. So I remove the glue, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to take two new blocks, of course, and I'm going to glue both of them, one over here like this, and exactly on with the same height as your lampshade is. And I'm going to do in the middle one, of course, also over here. So this is very easy. You just lay it aside like this, and then glue it on the top like this. I show it you in a moment. Of course, I have to be careful that I have it on the same length like this. So it's very easy, just glue it on top of here, and the other one will be against each other like this one. And then he is falling better over it, and then we're going to work it off with this kind of little square. Of course I have to place this one also against each other like this. And you see already now we have the top of our lampshade, and this looks much better than I did the other one. Of course you can see already, if I am placing it over here, he will be exactly hanging on top of here, and then it's the side under it is smaller than you had with the other one. So we only need to make a square, and the square is very easy to make. You just lay your blocks against each other like this. You are laying one over here, and like this, very easy, like this. And now you only need, of course, I need one over here for this one and one on the side, like this. And then we are going to place it against each other and make a nice square out of it. Let it dry for a couple of seconds and then get it off your placemat. And you see already now you have your nice square, and we are going to place it on top of it to cover everything up. So now you get a nice top of your lampshade. I don't know if I will be satisfied of this experiment with our lamps. We will see at the end. But now we are going to glue it and we're going to paint it. I have my painter's placemat, of course, and I'm going to paint this one in the black color, this one in the black color. The feet are will be in the black color, and I do the lampshade, of course, in the furniture wax. And the middle piece we do in the furniture wax. I won't bore you with that because you can choose any color you like, and this was already so long of your time. So I will paint everything and you will see how we put it together. I couldn't resist just to show you also a little sneak peek. If you just paint the feet in the black and do this in some furniture wax, everything changes up by the moment. So of course, choose your colors, but I am really a little bit happier with how it turns out. I place you all a little bit higher because then you can see it a little bit better. What we're going to do, I'm going to glue this one on top of here with some wood glue, and this one on this side, so for the top of our lampshade. And we are going to do this on top of here, and of course the other one on top of here also with some wood glue. This I do use wood glue because I want to keep it very steady. If I want to keep it simpler to place my stamp, of course, on top of here, I'm going to turn over the top and I'm going to place my piece on top of here. So I'm sure he's sticking in the middle because we don't want him to fall off later. So, and now I can decide the middle of my top the best because I have it turned it over. If I use it that way, and you can do it the other way, it's also fine too, but my eyes are not the greatest, so I am using just simply turn it over and just place it on top of here. And this one I'm just going to turn over and place them in the middle like this, and just leave it there and let it dry for a couple of, now I think wood glue needs a couple of hours. And you see already on my table are my tumbling towel blocks. So let's start this DIY. For this cute little mantle, we are going to start with the back side of the mantle. And the back side of the mantle will be 17 blocks beside each other like this in a row. And of course I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, like this. And we are going to glue them together, so it's very easy. Just make a very simple line in the middle and make sure that you have enough glue because you don't want to fall your mantle into. But of course, if you want to use a little bit of a better glue, it's always great. And but only thing is it just dries a little bit longer. That's why I do it with my glue of my glue gun, but maybe later on I regret that I did it. So, but we will see. So we are going to make this one of 17 like this. It's very easy. Just make sure that you press it down and squeeze it. Always press it down and squeeze it. And this will be, like I said, the back side of the mantle. And the great thing about this mantle is that you can use it for your Christmas decor. seasonal decors like Easter or Valentine, or you can decorate it any way you like, because it's just a little display you can decorate inside of your home like this. And we are almost there for the first row, and then I will do the rest of the rows out of camera, because I don't think you want to see how I make all those rows, because that will be very, very boring. So like this, squeeze it, press it down, and remove the glue immediately, because you don't want to have your mantle too much glue on the outside. Like this. And again, get it away, and the last couple of blocks, and like this. Make sure that you have them straight in line. And the last, like this. Squeeze it and press it down. I know it's a little bit boring, but maybe if you want to make the mantle yourself, then people like to see how I did it. So, and we are almost at the last 3. This is the last 3. Now we're going to do the 2, and then we are going to build up our mantle on the back side further, like this. Again, squeeze it, press it down, and the last one, like this. Oh, you see already, I am already gluing the back side. That's not really what we must do, so don't do the way like I did it, like this. And you see already, now you have 1 row of 17. I'm going to make 4 rows, so I need 3 more like this one. We have already our 4 rows of 17 blocks. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do the top of this block with my glue, and I'm going to glue every row on each other like this. Just lay it down, squeeze it flat like this, and then squeeze it real hard and press it down like this. And so we're going to do all the rows. We are going to do the next one like this. Be sure that you use enough glue, of course. Maybe I would say just do a different glue if you have more time than I have to show it to you. So maybe just use something different. Like this, press it down this way and keep it in place for a little moment, because we want to have a neat back side. And now we need the top, of course, like this. Of course, I hope I show it to you on camera, because if I look straight, I see that you don't see anything, so I am really sorry. Like this, I'm laying it down, and again, squeeze it and press it like this. Press it down, and then we already have our back side. Then we are going to go further with the front side, like this. And you see already, this is the back side. I lay it apart, and we're going to do the front side. We are starting now the front side, and the front side will be, first we are going to start with 4 blocks glued to each other, like this. 4 flat on your table, and the last one, and we are going to make 6 pieces with 4 like this one. So I will do the out of camera, at least with music, and then you don't get bored. We have already our 6 pieces we need. What we're going to do, we use them this way that they are standing up, just not this way flat, but we are going to use it this way. We are going to do some glue on the top, and we are going to glue this 4 on top of each other, and of course this 3 from the sides like this. And we're going to glue this one also like this, and the other side will be the same, and like this. This is already one, and you see already the glue is flying around on my hands. So don't worry, just don't look at it. And I'm going to do this side also on top of each other. Make sure you squeeze it and press it down like this. Now you have 2 side panels. Now we're going to make 1 row of 17 blocks again. You see we have our 17 blocks, and we are going to glue them together. But of course, don't worry, I will do it with some music. We have the sides, we have now the top of the front, and we are going to do now as the last piece 3 little blocks on top of each other, but then on the top side like this. I have to show it to you in a moment because I am stuck to my glue. 3 like this, and then we are going to place them in between like this. You see, this is what I mean. Just on the tops you do a little bit of glue, and then we're going to place them in between the first side panels like this. So I'm going to do on this side, and I'm going to do on this side. We are going to place it down like here, and we're going to place this one over here, and we have to get them straight. Remove the glue, and of course we have to get it off our like this. And I hope I don't have to have them too much on the side, so I have to look if they are really standing up like this. And what we're going to do now is very easy. I think you already know. We are going to glue this one on top of here. Before I'm going to glue it, I have to show you that what I'm running into is with my blocks is that they are really, the packages I use are really different measurements. It's really to get frustrated from, because on the back side I also got already a little gap, and here is the same. You can already see it. Maybe if I can show it to you like this, you see already they are not totally the same length. So if you glue them really neat against each other, you see already they have spaces in between, and they are getting a different size that I want to have it. So I'm going to work with it to get it in a straight line, to get it on top of here. So we will see what I can do with it, and maybe I will use some wood glue instead of my normal glue gun, because I have to figure out something, because this package of blocks are really bad in measurement. So I hope you have really better blocks than I have. I glue them the way I hope it is the best. So you see, I show it to you like this. this is already the front. What we're going to do right now, we have the back side, we have the front side. We are going to make the sides first before we do the top. We are going to take again 4 blocks and also flat like this. And we are going to make 8 rows of 4. We have four blocks on each side, so we are going to lay them down again like this, and again lay them in the length of your blocks like this, and this way. And of course this one will be in the inside. It's just a little piece inside of my block from the wood. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make all 4 of them together. So we have already the sides of our mantle, and we only need the top. So this step is so easy to do. I think you already know how to glue all of these pieces together like this. Press, squeeze and remove the glue, I always say, and I can't say it enough, because later on you will give it a color. Maybe you give it a paint color. I think I'm going to do it in the furniture wax, but we will see. First, I'm really happy if I get it already inside, of at least totally in each other. So, and then it will look okay. So, like I said, I never made one before, so this is just also for me the first time. So, bear with me. If you see faults, just let me know what I can do better the next time. I love to learn also from you, because I'm, like I always say, an amateur just like you. I'm just going to do and start my DIY and try something. So sometimes I really have no clue how it will end. So bear with me, like I always say. And if you do it yourself, I always say, give yourself some grace, and it doesn't have to be, of course, you try to get it perfect, but a little mistakes. I always make so many mistakes. So we have already we are going to do the top of our mantle. We are going to take 6 blocks, and we are going to glue the 6 blocks together like this. Again, a very easy way to do it, like this. And if I am correct, and I will measure out better in a moment, but we need 6 blocks on top of each other, and then we are going to need 6 of those 6 blocks. So like this. This is number 4, because I want to have my top of my mantle coming over a little bit of the front and the back side. Normally you don't have the back side, but I think I like also the back side, because you don't know where you will place it in your home. Like this. This is already one part of our top. Like this, we are going to place it also like this. So, and I'm going to think, I think we're going to need 6 of this one. All the 6 pieces of the top of our mantle are finished. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to give some glue on top of here, like this. Glue it a little bit more than normally, and maybe later on I will do in my work a little bit of my wood glue. This like this. Of course, you see it backwards, but it's just a simple wood glue. You can use extra with your glue gun. So I'm going to place this one. And of course, I'm going to do the other part. Just try to give it a little bit more glue than normally, because you don't want to that your mantle is falling down like this. Squeeze and press. We're going to do the next piece like this. And if you use the wood glue, it's very simple. Just do a little bit of wood glue on the space, and then later on just some glue of your glue gun, and then you have the same result. But later the glue gun works a little bit better. I can show it to you. Maybe it's a little bit better than I explain it. Just do a little glue on top of here. I show it to you like this, and I always do it with my finger, a little dapping like this, and just wipe it off. And then we do a little bit of the glue gun on top of here like this, and then place it in between, and then you have a little bit bigger, at least you have a less risk that, that it will break apart, because that's the, yeah, sometimes from a glue gun that he doesn't glue enough, and especially when he just gets a little fall, he already breaks out. So if you want to get a little bit more steadiness, just do, like I said, just some simple glue like this on the sides, dapping it like this, wipe it off and do some glue on the top over it like this, and again place it down and squeeze it together like this, and then you already have your top of your mantle. Now we are going to build it up, and later we will do the underside, and I don't know if I will do it from my tumbling tile blocks or maybe I will take a piece of wood. We will see, but first we're going to place the mantle in each other. I have all my pieces over here. I have the back side, I have the front, I have the two sides. This is the pieces I need first, and later we do the top. But I'm going to glue this one over here and this one over here. And I know you can see it. I have to push you a little bit this way so you can see the whole the whole mantle like this. So I'm going to do some glue. First I'm going to do, just as extra, my wood glue on top of here like this. Just dab it like we did earlier, just like this. Wipe it off, and we are going to do some glue. And of course I hope he goes off like this. And now we're going to place it on the sides of our mantle like this, and just keep it in place for a little moment. And of course this takes a little while, so I won't let you wait on it. I have the sides on my on the back side of my mantle. Now I'm going to do some glue over here on the tops like this, and I use this glue, wood glue, but you can use of course another glue too, but be careful. This glue you can touch with your fingers. I don't know, the glue you use is also ready for your fingers, so I don't know about that, so be careful. And I'm going to do like this, and I'm going to place it on top of here with a little bit of my glue gun so it can stick a little bit for at the moment like this, because everything has to dry a little bit longer because we are using our wood glue. So of course I'm going to do some glue over here, and then I'm going to place my mantle on top of here, but I have to wait until my glue gun is a little bit more warmed up. You see already now the mantle, the top, the sides and the back side are in each other. What I'm going to do now, we're going to take our top and we are going to place it on the top side. So I'm going to get it this way. I'm going like, and I hope you can see it. Yes, I think you can see it. I'm going to do again some wood glue over it like this. Just work your way around it like this, so we get a nice secure finishing of our mantle on the top like this. We are going to tap it, and we have all the corners we need with the glue like this. And later the glue is always, the wood glue at least, is always when it's dried up it disappears. Now it looks white, but later on it disappears, so don't worry about it. That will get another color. So I let my glue gun get warm, because this can stay on for at least a half hour before you glue it. So I'm going to glue up my glue gun, then we're going to do some glue around it, and then we place the top. Now I'm going to go with my glue gun, I'm going to go over and make some lines so it gets stick also on a little bit with the glue of my glue gun, and like this. And then I hope and everything dries up. Of course, I don't know, but we will see how this word works out or not. Like this, and a little bit over here, like this. And now we're going to place the top. And I try to get it as even as I can, so I have to turn around a little bit. This way is okay, this way. I think, I'm sorry, I'm even pulling you over, like this. So, and now he has to dry. In the meantime, while our little piece of mantle is drying, we are going to make the bottom, because first I thought maybe I do a piece of wood, but I think I like it a little bit better than also do it with some tumbling towel blocks. But of course you can do it with a piece of wood or maybe a piece of cardboard. It doesn't matter what you have laying around. I'm going to make the bottom the same like we did the top. And the top was, like I said, 6 blocks on top of each other and 6 blocks of 6. So it is very easy. Just do the same like I did. 6 blocks next to each other on the flat way, like this. So you glue this one together and then make 6 of these pieces. Again, all 6 pieces are ready and we are going to glue them together the way we did the top. So for a little secureness, again, also for the bottom, a little piece of wood glue, dab it, and do some glue gun and just squeeze it, press it down and squeeze it like this. And this way you're going to do all 6 of them. Now the only thing we need to do is the bottom, and we need to place our mantle on top of here the same way with some wood glue and a little bit of glue gun. We are going to place it on top of here and then our mantle is finished. So I have to work a little bit with it, so I show to you when I have my top on here. So, but it is very easy. Just glue the underside of your mantle, place it on top, and this is how it will be. And here you see already how our mantle turned out, and I'm really happy with the end result. Of course, what we still need to do, I am going to do it in some very simple furniture wax, but you can color it in the white color, in the black color, any color which is fitting for your decor. So, but I am just taking the very simple furniture wax, and you will see already how much he will change if you just do it on top and give it a nice furniture wax. It just gives a nice rustic feeling for a little fireplace. So I will do this in some furniture wax and then you'll see the end result.